Welcome to the PSE Zapp System training for local coordinators. In this training, you will learn how the Zapp system is used, and I will take you through a list of how-to topics which will serve as a great resource for you in the future. Now remember, you can pause the training at any time in order to catch up on any notes that you're taking or to review any slide information. Let's get started. In this training, we'll explore each of the topics listed in the training reference guide, which are numbered from 1 to 14. If you'd like to utilize this training as a reference guide in the future, just locate the guide, find out the number which correlates with your desired topic, and locate it in the training. It's that easy. In this training, I'll show you all the steps that are required relevant to each topic and highlight some important information along the way. You will notice that MCF or monthly contact form information is not included in this Zapp training. It's because we have a training dedicated specifically to MCFs, which is accessible anytime in the Verco system. If you have any questions, please contact your regional manager. 1. Zapp Overview. First of all, what is Zapp? Zapp is the online student exchange application system PSE uses for managing host family and student applications, placement tracking, flight information, and monthly contact forms or MCFs, which track student and host family progress. Host families and field staff can also access the resources section, which contains downloadable PSE training materials, documents, and forms. Every PSE role has a different level of access. For example, a regional manager would have more access to certain areas in Zapp than a local coordinator. You will need your login information to log into the Zapp system. You should have already received an email from the PSE office with your Zapp login information. You will receive an email from replygozapp.net with a link to create a password. Please note that PSE does not have access to your password. To log into the Zapp system, you will go to www.gozapp.com. You will see the login page, which looks like this. Click on the login link and a login screen will pop up. Enter your username, which is your email address, and your password, and click on the green login button. After logging into Zapp, you will automatically be routed to the student information section. This is where I will provide you with a general overview of the Zapp system. We will get into more detail about the student information section later in the training. Here, you will see the program start date. It will be defaulted to a particular date, so you'll need to check it regularly to ensure that it is set to the correct placement season, for example, August 2019. If you need to change the date, click on the down arrow and a drop-down menu will appear. From here, you can change the program start date. Once you have chosen the correct program start date, you may perform a quick student search by typing in a student's name here. As a best practice, just type in part of the name to bring up results more quickly. Then, click on the search icon. There are 10 links on the left of your screen. Student is where you can manage your student applications. Host family, from where you can manage your host family applications. My application, where you will fill out your personal information. Please keep in mind that if you move or your email or phone number changes, inform your regional manager so we can update the necessary contact lists. This will help to ensure that you receive all the important PSE communications and payment information. MCFs, from where you can complete, submit, and keep track of your monthly contact forms, which again we cover in a separate training. Flights, this is where you can manage arrival and return flight information. Reports, from where you can upload forms, including the host family orientation and student orientation sign-off sheets. Resources, this is where you can access materials, for example, forms, documents, and training materials. Messaging, this link will take you to a location where updates and notifications are stored. For example, when a student becomes assigned to you, a flight is received, or if there is a change in placement. You will also receive message notifications in this location at the top right of your screen. You will see a red circle with a number of new notifications. In this case, you will see that there are 2 new messages. Settings, from where you can generate and manage host family accounts and applications. And frequently asked questions. Please do not utilize this feature. Instead, ask your regional manager if you have any questions or need further information. 2. Student acceptance. There are two types of PSE students, new and returning. A new student is a student who is new to the PSE program for that school year and program start date. A returning student is a student who is returning to the PSE program for another school year. PSE has many students who will remain on the program for several years until high school graduation. Both new and returning students will be assigned to you in Zapp. You will either receive an email from the PSE office or know that your returning student is coming back to their school and should expect their application. The Zapp system does not differentiate these students, so if you have a question regarding your new or returning students, please ask your regional manager for additional assistance. Also, please note that the trimester student applications are not in Zapp. These will be emailed to you by the PSE office staff. A new student will submit their application to the PSE program and request acceptance to 3 of our partner schools. Once a school accepts the new student, the local coordinator and regional manager assigned to that school will be notified by the PSE office that a new student is assigned to them and that they can view the student application in the Zapp system. Now let's talk about students who are returning for another school year. The PSE office starts the enrollment process for returning students during the spring. Once the re-enrollment payment is received, a new student virtual folder, or SVF, will be generated for the new program year. Please note, you will not receive an email from the PSE office once a student re-enrolls. Instead, you will receive an automated email from Zapp once they have re-enrolled, and then the student will appear in the pool for that program year. 3. How to view your students in Zapp. Now, I will explain how to view students who are assigned to you for placement. First, you need to ensure that the program start date is set to the correct placement season, for example, August 2019. Then, make sure that you're in the Student section. You can always make sure by clicking on the student link. You will see the status links located under Sorted by Status. By clicking on the Available link, you will see all the students assigned to you who are still needing placement. By clicking on the Placed link, you will see all the students assigned to you who have already been placed. By clicking on the Welcome Family link, you will see all the students assigned to you who have been placed in a Welcome Family. In this example, you'll see that there are no students assigned to you who need placement. You have 13 students who you have successfully placed, and you have 1 student placed in a Welcome Family. During a placement season, you'll also see the statuses of Placed but Pending and Welcome Family but Pending. The pending status indicates that a family has been identified and is currently going through the screening process. By clicking on any of these highlighted links, you will see the students who are assigned to you. To show an example, I will click on the Placed link. After clicking on the Placed link, you can see all the students who are assigned to you, view each student's application, access their student virtual folder, send a modified student application to potential host families, and you can see the student status. 4. How to view a student application. As a reminder, you will need to ensure that the program start date is set to the correct placement season, for example, August 2019. Also, if you're going to be placing a student for a different date, make sure to change the date in the drop-down menu to ensure that it's accurate. Now, to view a student application, you'll first ensure that you're in the Student Information section. If you're not sure, click on the student link to the left of your screen. You can view your student's application based on their current status, Available, Placed, or Welcome Family. Again, during a placement season, you will also see the statuses of Placed but Pending and Welcome Family but Pending. The pending status indicates that a family has been identified and is currently going through the screening process. click on the desired status to view a student's application. After clicking on the desired status, for example, available or placed, you can see all the students who are assigned to you. From here, there are two ways to view each student's application. First, you can click on the student's View Application icon, which is located within the View column. When you click on the icon, you will be taken directly to the student's application. The second way to view a student's application is to click on the icon located within the SVF or Student Virtual Folder column. After clicking on the Student Virtual Folder icon, the student's folder will appear. Click on the Complete Application link to view the student's application. This is what the student application looks like. You may download the entire application into a PDF file for your records only, or you may print individual pages of the student application. As a reminder, a potential host family may not view the student's full application, including photographs, until the host family has been fully screened. Now, let's briefly explore the pages within the student application. Pages 1 through 3 of the student application include information about the student, such as a picture of the student, the English Language Test for International Students, or ALTIS score, date of birth, student address and contact information, religion, dietary restrictions, sibling information, and previous exchange information. Page 4 of the student application includes information about the parents. For example, their names, contact information, and with whom the student lives. Page 5 of the student application is where the student shares their past experiences with chores and their overall interests and hobbies, including sports. Page 6 of the student application is where the student answers a list of short essay questions. Page 7 of the student application includes a letter written by the student to the prospective host family. The student is asked to describe who they are, their family, their interests, why they want to come to the United States, and what they expect to gain from their exchange experience. Page 8 of the student application is where the parent letter is located. This letter gives the natural parents the opportunity to introduce their son or daughter to the prospective school and host family. Page 9 is where the photos are stored. The purpose of the photo album is to provide a glimpse of the student's life to the school admissions committee and the host family. This should include photos of them, their family, and their friends. Page 10 includes school transcripts and recommendation forms. You will see the authorized school transcript with the student's grade level, a list of completed courses, and their U.S. equivalent letter grades. You will also find their official school recommendation, which is to be filled out by the school principal or counselor. The student is evaluated on both academic and personal levels. Page 11 includes a copy of the student's passport. Page 12 is where you and the host family may access the student's medical history and the student medical insurance card. Page 13 of the student application is where the student's English proficiency test is located. The school uses the test results as one of the requirements to determine student eligibility. Page 14 is where the student's signed terms of participation documents are located. The most important of these is the page entitled Statement of Guardianship and Medical Release, which is page 10 of the terms of participation. A host family will need to bring this form with them to the doctor if a student needs medical treatment. The form is mailed to the host family, but they can also access it here. Please be sure you know how to access this form for your student in case your host family needs a copy. Page 17 of the student application is entitled Extra Documents. This is where the students or the sending organization may upload accolades, certificates, newspaper clippings, or any supplemental documentation for the application. Please note that some of these documents may not be translated into English. Page 18 is where the student's financial statement is uploaded. This is a requirement for the student F1 visa. 5. How to email a student application. If you have a potential host family who's interested in a student, you may send them a modified student application which does not contain any personally identifiable information. To email a modified student application to a potential host family, you would follow these steps. First, make sure that the program start date is correct. Make sure you're in the Students section of Zapp. Then, click on the Available link to view your students. After clicking on the Available link, you will see the list of your students who are available for placement. Find the student's name and then click on the email icon for that student within the Send Email column. A pop-up box will appear which is entitled Send Email to Potential Host Families. Verify the student's name here. You may then enter the email address or addresses of the potential host family. You may enter as many email addresses as you wish, but they will need to be separated by either a comma or a semicolon. Always click on the message preview link to view the message before you send it. Click on the Send button when it's ready to go. Once a host family is identified, you, the local coordinator, will complete the screening process. The host family needs to be fully screened before the student is placed. This means that criminal background checks have all cleared, the host family interview has been completed and uploaded in Zapp, references are completed and uploaded in Zapp, the host family application has been completed, reviewed, and approved by PSE. When approved, the student placement category will appear as placed unless the student is going to a welcome family, then it will appear under that status. Finally, the host family orientation needs to be conducted before the student arrives to the United States. Once the screening process is completed, the host family receives an email from the PSE office confirming that they are now linked with their student and may access the full student application via the Zapp system. Here's an example of the email that is sent to the host family once the student is placed. The regional manager and local coordinator are both copied on the email. 6. How to search for a host family application. To search for a host family application, first ensure that the program start date is correct. Then click on the host family link on the left of your screen. You can find host family applications in the incomplete and complete sections here, or you can click on the Search for Host Family Applications link. After clicking on the Search for Host Family Applications link, you will see this screen. Enter the last name of the host family in the last name field. Then click on the Confirm button. Here you will see the search results screen. To view the application, click on the View Application link. 7. How to generate a new host family application. To generate a new host family application, first ensure that the program start date is correct. Click on the Host Family link. Then click on Manage Host Family Accounts. You will see a list of applications that have already been started. Scroll down until you see the Create New button on the bottom right. Click on this button to create a new host family application. Enter one host family name in the field. If you enter more than one name, for example, a spouse's name, it will generate two applications. So please enter only one family member name per application. Please note that the email address will be used as the user's login name to access the Zapp system. Click on the Confirm button. You will see this screen. Find the host family's name in the alphabetical list. After identifying the family, click the green envelope icon under the greeting message column. This will send a link to the host family to create a password and log into their application. A new window will pop up where you may verify the destination email address and preview the message. Click Confirm to send the message. The envelope icon will now be replaced with the date the link was sent. If your host family says that they did not receive the Zapp message, ask them to please check their spam folder. Also, make sure their email address was entered correctly. Links expire after 72 hours if not accessed. To send a new link, click the date shown in the greeting message column for that host family, and then click the Confirm button in the new window. Please do not create another host family account. If you are still having issues, contact your regional manager. The new host family application may now be accessed through the Incomplete Host Family Application section, which we will explore next. 8. How to view or edit a host family application. To view or edit an incomplete host family application, first ensure that the program start date is set correctly. Click on the host family link. Then click on Incomplete Host Family Applications that are being completed. This is where you can check the status of your host family's application. Within the Checklist Status by Page column, you can see which pages of the host family application have been completed and which ones have not. Page numbers in black are not complete. Those in green have been completed. Please note that just because the page number in the application is green does not necessarily mean it's entirely complete. As a best practice, review every application page for content and accuracy. You can view a page by either selecting a page number or by selecting the view icon. You can edit the application by selecting the individual page number or by using the edit icon. Remember to click on the Save button after you edit each page. Now, let's briefly review each page of the host family application. At the top of the application, you'll see the status that indicates whether the application is ready to be submitted or not. When the application is ready to submit, you will alert your regional manager. Then, the PSE office will need to review it for completion and accuracy. The application will be changed to complete status when approved. Pages 1 through 6 are filled out by the host family, and the rest of the application is filled out by the PSE staff or you, the local coordinator. The green check marks indicate that those pages have been completed, and the orange X's indicate the pages which have not been completed. Again, it's important to click on the green Save button frequently so that you do not lose information as you are entering it. Pages 1 through 3 include extensive information about the host family. Examples of information are names, address, contact information, a description of household members, a description of the family environment, and high school information. Page 4 of the host family application includes a letter written by the host family to their prospective student. The host family is asked to describe their family's interests and activities. This is where we want the family to talk about their hobbies, sports, and traditions. Every family member living in the home should be mentioned in the letter. Page 5 of the host family application is where the host family photos are stored. It is important for your future student and their natural parents to get a visual idea of the people and places the student will be involved with during the program. The application should include multiple photos. Please make sure that the host family includes photos of all host family members, including their names in the description, the exterior and grounds of the home, the kitchen, the living room or family room, the student's bedroom, including a picture of the made bed. Also, make sure to include pictures of the student's study space and the bathroom the student will use. To upload pictures, click on the Add More Photos icon and follow the instructions. You can add up to 12 photos to this photo album page. The student and natural parents are very eager to see photos of the host family, so please make sure these photos are appropriate and a good representation of all family members. Page 6 of the host family application is where the host family agreement is uploaded. The host family agreement is signed upon the completion of the home visit. The host family is instructed to download the attached PSE host family agreement to review, sign, and then upload. The host family may either sign the form electronically or print the form and sign it. If they print and sign it and do not have access to a scanner, they may take a clear photo with their phone and upload the photo. The host family will also need to sign the host family firearm statement if they have any firearms in their home. To insert files, they would click on the Add More Files icon and follow the instructions. They may upload up to 3 pages. As mentioned before, pages 1 through 6 are completed by the host family. Pages 7 through 11 are completed by the PSE office or by you, the local coordinator. Page 7 is where the host family interview form is uploaded. As a reminder, the host family interview needs to be conducted in the home with all family members present. The form has 3 pages. Examples of questions are: what are the host family's reasons for hosting? Are there any firearms kept in the home? If so, they will need to sign the PSE firearm statement. What is the family's evening meal routine? Are there any upcoming family trips? You will provide a general tour of the home. This is your time to view the main areas that the student will be occupying, for example, the living room, kitchen, bedroom, student bathroom, and so forth. Please make sure that the student's bedroom is a legal bedroom with a closet, door, window, and secure access to an exit in the case of an emergency. On page 2 of the form must be signed and dated by the host parents and the local coordinator. Please note that all dates should match. Then, the last page is where your notes, as the local coordinator, will be documented after the interview. It's important to relay your perspective about how the interview went. This information will be personal and confidential. It's very important that you obtain and record all answers to the questions on the form during the host family interview. Please be sure to not leave any questions blank on the form. Be sure to upload all 3 pages of the form into page 7 of the host family application by clicking on the Add New File icon located here. Page 8 is where the host family reference check information is located. You will download the host family reference form by clicking on this link. Here is an example of the host family recommendation form. You will need to call or email the references listed within the host family application. You'll fill out one host family recommendation form for each reference and upload them into page 8 of the host family application in Zapp. As a normal practice, 2 references are required. In some cases, a 3rd reference or more is required, depending on the situation. In addition, if there is a non-family member living in the home, such as a friend or a roommate, 2 references are required for that person as well. Page 9 is where the criminal background check information is located. Everyone in the household over 18 years of age must submit a criminal background check, either by using the link on the application or sometimes you will email them a link. Once the criminal background checks have cleared, the PSE office enters the dates here. If there is an issue with a criminal background check, then the PSE office will notify the regional manager. As a local coordinator, it is your responsibility to ensure that the host family applications are filled out in their entirety. Page 10 contains the host family application final review. Please utilize this checklist as a tool when you are reviewing the HFA. Page 11 contains host family application notes. These are any specific notes about the host family that might be helpful to PSE staff and/or you, the local coordinator. The host family sending organization, natural parents, and students do not have access to this page. It is for local coordinator, regional manager, field manager, and PSE staff use only. Here are some important reminders regarding the host family application. You can edit the application by selecting the individual page number in the host family application section. Remember to save your changes. Any changes to the host family application should be made before it is submitted. After it has been submitted, changes may not be made in the Zapp system by the host family or local coordinator. Every question needs to be answered on the HFA. Please utilize the host family application final review checklist in page 10 as a tool when you're reviewing your host family application. Remember that every question needs to be answered in detail. Students most often arrive in the United States with totally different expectations than what they actually experience. The more detailed the application is, the more the student will understand what to expect. Please notify your regional manager when the host family application is complete. The PSE office will submit the application once it has been reviewed a final time for content and accuracy. Once submitted, the host family application will be accessible via the Completed and Submitted Host Family Applications link. The complete application cannot be edited by the local coordinator. If anything needs to be updated, please contact your regional manager. 9. How to upload pictures into a host family application. We learned in section number 9 that you cannot rotate pictures in Zapp, so you will need to do this prior to uploading photos into the host family application. To upload these pictures into the host family application, first click on page 5, Family Photos. You will see instructions on how to upload and replace your photos. You may add more photos by clicking on the Add More Photos icon and then following the instructions. You can add up to 12 photos into this photo album page. 10. How to rotate forms prior to uploading into Zapp. Sometimes forms may be saved in a landscaped or sideways position when they need to be uploaded in a portrait or upright position, or vice versa. These forms may not be rotated in the Zapp system once they have been uploaded. Therefore, it's important to rotate them prior to uploading them into Zapp. You can rotate forms that are in a PDF format by following these steps. First, click on the Rotate Page icon at the top. It's the one that looks like a piece of paper with this circular light blue arrow. Then, choose Rotate Counterclockwise 90 degrees, or Clockwise 90 degrees, or 180 degrees. I'm going to choose Rotate Counterclockwise 90 degrees for this example because I want this document to be in the portrait or upright position. Then click on the OK button. Now my document is ready to be uploaded into the Zapp system. I would just save it from here to my computer. 11. How to upload host family and student orientation forms into Zapp. To upload your host family orientation sheets into the Zapp system, first click on the host family link. Then, under the Reports section, click on Host Family Orientation Sheet. A pop-up entitled Host Family Orientation Sheet will show. Click on the link entitled Upload Files and link host families to them. Then, this pop-up window will appear. Follow the 4 steps listed and then click on the Confirm button at the bottom. Please note the date in Step 3 must match the date on the HFO sign-off sheet. Another way to upload your HFO sheets into Zapp is by utilizing the Reports link on the left of your screen. To upload a host family orientation sheet, click on the link under Host Family Information entitled Host Family Orientation Sheet. Then, the same pop-up will appear as before. From here, follow the 4 steps. Please keep your original student and host family orientation sheets on file. Your regional manager may request them of you. To upload your student orientation sign-off sheets into the Zapp system, first ensure that the correct program start date is set. Then, click on the student link. Under Reports, click on the link entitled Student Orientation Sheet. A pop-up Student Orientation Sheet will show. Click the dial next to Students Placed for the program start date and ensure that the correct date is selected in the drop-down. Click the Confirm button. Then, click on the link Upload Files and link students to them. Please note that you will need to upload the forms individually. After clicking on the Upload link, this pop-up will appear. Enter the information for each of the steps. Step 1. Browse your computer to find the correct sign-off sheet to upload. Step 2. Enter the date the orientation occurred. Please note that this date must match the date that appears on the STO sign-off sheet. Step 3. Check the students who attended the orientation. Please note that once a student has an STO sign-off linked to them, they will be displayed as red in the list. When finished, click on the Confirm button. You can perform the same task of uploading a student orientation sheet by utilizing the Reports link on the left of your screen. Then, under Student Information, click on the link entitled Student Orientation Sheet. The same pop-up will appear as before. Select the dial next to Students Placed for the program start date and change the date using the drop-down menu. Then, click on the Confirm button. Here is an important reminder. Please keep the original student and host family orientation sheets on file. Your regional manager may request them of you. 12. Flights. Once the student flight record is received from the sending agency, the PSE office will assign it to the local coordinator and host family. Then, an email notification will be sent from Zapp. As a reminder, please ensure that the program start date is set to the correct placement season. On the left of your screen, you will see the Flights link. You'll click on this link to access the student flight information. You'll see this screen where you can select either Arrivals or Return to view flight information. Then, find the student's name, go to the right, and click on the icon under the Flight Record column to view that student's flight record. You may also send an email to your host family with the student's flight details as a reminder. The PSE office will routinely send email alerts. You can also find student flight information in the Student Virtual folder located here. 13. Resources. The Resources link will take you to a vast amount of reference materials and forms for students, host families, local coordinators, and managers. Every form that a local coordinator will ever need is located here, as well as many helpful resources and supportive training materials. To locate a document, type in a word in the search field. Keep your search as simple as possible to pull up the best options. For example, if I wanted to find the student departure checklist, I would type in checklist. Then click on the search button. Here, you'll see the student departure checklist. To access a document, just click on the title. To search for another document, just type in another word. You can clear the search field contents by clicking on the X. You may also refine your search with a category listing in this drop-down menu. Category options include disciplinary documentation, host family resources, local coordinator resources, student resources, and more. Once you find the document that you want, you can save the item to your computer or print it out. 14. Settings. After clicking on the Settings link, you will see two options. The first, Manage User Accounts, is the link that you would use to create a new application for a host family. You may also use the Unblock Users After Filled login link. For example, if you set up a new host family with a new application and they tried to log into the system too many times with an incorrect login or password, or perhaps their caps lock was on, they will become blocked after so many failed attempts. You can unblock them from here so that they can regain access to the system. Please note that this feature is only for applications that were generated under your own account. This is the end of the PSE Zapp system training. If you have any questions regarding this training or the Zapp system, please contact your regional manager for additional support and guidance. Thank you.